Have you ever met anyone that you didn't like but didn't really know why? Or perhaps you have realized that you've made a bad first impression. Here are 7 habits that make people dislike you. In seconds. 1. Talking about yourself too much. Sometimes when we feel nervous, we may find ourselves talking to fill the spaces in conversations or trying to impress people with stories about things we've done. I've been there. Did I tell you about that time here when I wrestled a lion and then Wait, am I talking about myself too much again? If that's you, don't worry. You can share your interesting stories, but it's important to establish rhythm and flow to the conversation and take an interest in your companion. 2. Interrupting people when they're speaking. Another conversational faux pas is when you interrupt someone frequently. Sometimes that can look like finishing people's sentences in an effort to be helpful, but they may feel frustrated instead. Or it might be as simple as interrupting so that you can speak instead. Either way, it's something that can make people dislike you. 3. Always being on your phone. So while we are on the topic of good conversational skills and politeness, put down that phone. Well, not right now, but when you are having a conversation. Phubbing or phone snubbing is rude, and in the words of Bupa senior advisor and psychologist Chanel Nessie, it can have a negative effect on our relationships as well as our self-esteem, due to feeling unheard or unimportant to the person we are trying to connect with. If that's something you find yourself doing, know that you aren't alone, but know that by making the effort to be fully present in your conversations, you will be better liked and enjoy yourself more as well. 4. Being overly negative or pessimistic. I had a friend who wondered why all of her friends eventually drifted away. The truth is that she was very negative and that talking to her became draining. She wasn't a bad person and was dealing with various stresses, and all of the conversations we had became about her and how bad things were. Even when I tried to change the subject and focus on things that were neutral or good, like a nice event or a pretty flower, somehow the conversation would turn to her struggles and sadness. It's okay to share your troubles with your friends, but as with all things, balance is needed. 5. Being late all the time. This is another great way to annoy people and make them feel negatively about you. Timing can be a cultural thing. My Italian friends will arrive at least 30 minutes later than the agreed time, and to them, being early is considered rude. While my German friends will assume that something serious has happened if someone is more than 15 minutes late. For most people, though, being late shows a lack of respect for other people's time. 6. Trying to win a conversation. Having an exciting debate can be fun, but trying to win all the time is just annoying for others. Keep these tips in mind when having a conversation about a controversial subject. Explain your thoughts and reasoning, and then really listen to others and try to understand their point of view. Be lively, but don't get angry or defensive when people have different ideas than you. Agree to disagree? I've had people literally refuse to do this with me, which means that either a conversation will never end or people walk away frustrated. 7. Boasting while pretending to be modest. Sharing your accomplishments with interested friends is wonderful, and it's important to share your skills and achievements in an interview or other appropriate setting. But frequently showing off is a big turn-off. One of the most disliked forms of this habit, according to the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, is humble bragging. Humble bragging is the art of making it seem like you are being modest or even negative about yourself while actually using it as a chance to self-promote.